hate the homies.
Go get your wife, dog.
Hey, now look. Look, Jacob Griff's wife. This is my wife. Supa Dave's wife is not in the shot. He ain't got no wife.
No. We gonna give him a chance right now. Dave, we'll wait for you to go get your wife.
What are y'all talking about? She's at work. She works on Sundays.
Now she got a job too.
Yeah, she got a job.
What? Hold on. What's her occupation on Sunday?
I'm not telling you because I know you'll go look it up and try to find her. You think I'm crazy?
Dave, go get your wife, dog. Stop playing, man.
What are you talking about?
She ain't got no wife, Griff.
This is a Dave for me, dog. Please, dog. Please go get your wife, dog. We'll wait.
This is episode 15, man.
It's
episode 15. This is a very important episode. Our wives are on. Where's yours?
Ladies and gentlemen, Lanika Finesse.
Let me go get her. Hold on.
Crystal Turner.
Oh, we know you got a wife, dog. Perfect Pair Podcast. Stop it. It's never been in question, dog. It's never been in question, dog. If this dude come, ladies and gentlemen, you about to see what we gonna see. We don't. That's his shadow by
I
itself.
see his shadow.
Thought she was at work.
She is at work.
What? What'd you just do, dog?
Come here.
Like, don't be mean. I'm done. That's the whole episode.
Hey, so welcome to the 15th episode of I Hate the Homies podcast. We were going to talk about some other things, but we might just talk about Dave not having a wife.
Oh, man. That was pretty freaking awesome, dog.
So if y'all just knew, my name is Rock T.
My name is Griff, the first homie.
Oh.
And it's your boy Supa Dave. We love you guys. And guess what?
We don't care. So we're gonna be talking about Supa Dave and his obviously wife that we just saw right there. Oh, we're gonna also talk about Kevin Durant. He's staying in Brooklyn. And we're gonna get into all that. Charles Barkley calls him out, of course. Julius Erving says NBA should not retire Kobe Bryant's numbers league-wide. We're going to discuss that and give you our thoughts and opinion. And, of course, if y'all are not familiar with the art teacher who wears, she wears clothes, but she has a lot of curves. And a lot of people was hating on her because she shouldn't wear tight-fitting clothes while she's teaching school.
I'll wait. Yes, we're talking about her too.
Yeah, so we'll put the picture up on the Instagram. If y'all ain't seen it yet, all that's going down right now. Episode number 15. Make sure y'all subscribe, download, keep the reviews coming, the 5-star reviews, all that good stuff. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Perfect Pair Podcast. I'm sorry, did I just say Perfect Pair Podcast?
I'm talking about like they was a sponsor, dog. So now that you done shouted them out, go ahead and tell Ray Duggar to run the music.
I hate the homies.
I hate the homies.
So we back, man. I hate the homies. Let's what y'all want to start off with? The art teacher? Let's start off with the art teacher, man. That's a hot topic right now.
Yeah, I would like to. Okay. So explain it to him.
All right. So there's an art teacher, man. She's got a lot of curves. Okay, y'all can go check the I Hate the Homies Instagram page out right now. You can see images of her, whatever. Parents are slamming her. She's out of New Jersey. She teaches an elementary school class. And because of the clothes that she wears, the parents are very bothered because they don't want her wearing those kind of clothes while they're teaching their kids. Now, she's not wearing thongs. She's not wearing stripper outfits. She's just very curvy. God blessed her with a lot of curves, and she wears clothes, and they just happen to be hugging her body.
Rock, quit saying you're being gentle, you're being soft with it.
What?
She got a lot of booty.
But
It's
guess
booty
what
out
though?
there.
She a thick female, but it's thick females all around the world. Like that ain't even I remember my sons was in school and they was like, Dad, our physiology teacher, she about 23. Man, they kept saying physiology though.
I'm going back to school. I'm going back to school.
But here's the deal. She made a video saying most of the people that are hating on her are not women.
Yeah, let's listen to it.
The mothers, okay, at my school, at my specific school, meaning the one that I am an actual teacher at, some of those mothers are legit my biggest supporters. Like biggest supporters. You understand me? I gotta say this again. The mothers from the county and community for the school that I work for are some of my biggest supporters. Okay?
So what you think, Rock? Do women? So here's my thing. First of all, she's a kindergarten teacher. If I just need you to teach my child colors, and guess what? I'm gonna be volunteering and chaperoning. And what else they need at the school? You need more markers. I'll go get you some markers.
So at this age, you teach ABCs, you teach 1, 2, 3s, you teach colors, and because of her, you gotta teach shapes.
That's good.
You gotta teach shapes.
She's a circle with a triangle under her. That's what she is. she's a circle and then a square and then a whole triangle and then another circle. It's like circle, triangle, circle, dog.
Listen, as long as she ain't wearing no thongs and stripper clothes, I don't have no problem with it. I
thought she was dressed as appropriate. I mean, you know, the same thing happens at church. Full figure women or women that's real curvy. They whole life they've been told they can't wear this to church, they can't wear that. But the bottom line is you got a little waist and big hips. Like, I mean, if it's a nasty dude at church, he's still gonna be nasty. You just ain't got to wear a little skirt. Everything I saw her in, it looked fine. It was long. It was long to the ground. What you want to say, Dave? You ain't. And then my wife says she want to be Instagram famous. So she done went viral. She got what she wanted. So.
I don't believe the part about the mothers being supportive, because any woman or any mother who has a child going to that school in that girl's class, in that woman's class, she's not supporting that because of one thing of what you just said a while ago. You would be in support of it, and you would be, me and Rock would be at that school every single day helping out, dusting off the blackboard.
But you know, no, we would. Hey,
no
we
way.
would not be at parents teachers meeting because you know who would not let us.
Okay,
boy. So, hey, dads aren't going to parents teachers meeting. Moms will be at the parents teachers meetings.
Dog, you don't even. I mean, that's the realest statement ever, dog. Like, but I just want to say this though. I lived in Atlanta 22 years, moving back, dog. All black women from the South is thick, and they teachers. And they young, and you know what I'm saying? Now, Supa Dave, I just like to say this. Yesterday, you said you don't even think it's a real. You think it's a BBL or something.
Oh man, that is not her butt. That is no way close to being no butt.
It don't look real. Like for real, it don't look real.
More girls are doing that now. More women are doing that now to where they're getting a fake booty. And come on, it's Latinos, white girls. Sisters are born with it, and some sisters
they still doing it too.
And they're still doing it. So I'm not believing the hype. What? Look at that waist. She has a small waist. It is small. It gets down to that booty, and it just extends too far out. She did too much. The legs are fine, but I think, and any woman will tell you this: if you're going to get that kind of booty, make sure it matches your legs so it looks natural. You know what I mean?
Right,
dog. It's been some horror.
You know it.
Come on, dog.
Why the hell would you do that to your body? Why would you do that to your body? I mean, it looks nice in jeans. It looks nice in a skirt. But I'm pretty sure if you get behind closed doors and you see that, you couldn't get Allstate or State Farm to give you insurance on that because it'd be so much hail damage in that.
Because you shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants in the back.
No, you shaped like his best friend Patrick. That's what you shaped like, Patrick.
Do you believe it's real? Do you believe it's real?
No. I think it's probably fake too. And then who are we? If it's like, is that a real hair? Is that a real butt? I mean, this gonna be.
That's what anybody. I have no problem with it, but I'm not gonna give her full credit to say she was born with that because she wasn't blessed with that.
As long as she dresses appropriately, see you at school tomorrow. First of all, it's a shortage of teachers right now. God bless all the teachers in the whole country. Nobody wants to work. The pandemic was so hard on the educational system in America that teachers are literally quitting, dog. Teachers who, we grew up in a time where our teachers was our cousins and our aunties' teachers, and Mrs. Johnson was there for, what I'm saying? So we never saw shapely. So when a substitute teacher would come in, we would be like, whoa. But I'm going to tell you, since we're talking about teachers, let's pose this question to the group. Who was the baddest teacher you had growing up that you still remember? I'm going to tell you, I had one. I have two. Mrs. Gentes was my 5th grade teacher in California. Miss Gentes, Barbara Gentes. Miss Gentes would keep me after school. I was having family problems, and she would just, stall me till I had to go home, right? But she just always had me help. It was Miss Gentes who had me read creative writing in front of the class every day. So it's where I learned how to talk, basically, without paper. Miss Gentes got married over the summer. Dog, I ain't talked to her for 3 months when she came back. She came back. Her last name was Anderson. And I just felt like she cheated on me, dog. Because she was telling me everything, but she left out. I'm about to be. I mean, I'm a little boy. That ain't no business that you know what I'm saying? But I was.
You got excited. You got excited.
I was devastated, dog. Yeah. What about you, Rock?
So she was your Miss Westlake, like Theo in the Cosby Show.
I'm gonna tell you my second one, but let me hear yours. That was my first real crush on a teacher, 5th grade.
I never had a teacher that I crushed on, but I did have a favorite teacher, Miss Cafaro, in 10th grade. And I'm playing football, and I was, I just got moved up to the starting wide receiver, and then I failed. No pass, no play.
Yeah.
And it's biology. So I failed by 12 points, right? So it wasn't a barely fail like by 1 or 2 points. It's 12 points below a doggone D. We had D's back then.
You remember? So
Miss Cafaro said, all right, Rock, if you make 12 points over a D next 6 weeks, I'll give you these 12 points for this one. And she gave it to me, and I ended up making like 14 points over the next semester, man. So she was the one that really put me back into gear of making sure my education in my classroom was more important than out there on the football field. So that's my favorite teacher, but I never had a teacher that I crushed on.
Supa Dave,
my teacher.
He married his teacher.
Yeah.
You couldn't wait to get done with it. That's
yeah.
My 6th grade teacher, Miss Compton. She was short, and most short women are stacked. You got the curves right in the right position. I'm in the 6th grade. I still was playing with Star Wars action figures and stuff, but she caught my attention. She really did. She was from the different race. She was white, but I still had my eyes on her. I mean, because she was always so nice to me. And I just remember one day. Now I don't remember how this happened, but I had to go home with her one day. Yep. And I know she was living over on the north side of Dallas.
That sounds creepy.
That sounds really weird, dog. Go ahead, dog.
I don't remember why I was with her. I don't.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Hold on. Flag on the play, dog.
We may want to stop talking, Dave. You may want to stop talking, bro. You're gonna be in court
This
somewhere.
lady could still get in trouble, dog. Don't.
Nothing happened. I'm just telling you. We went. But I can't remember the reason why I went with her. My parents weren't gonna let me go with her for no reason, but I went with her to her apartment for some reason. But when we got there, she went, "What?
Wait a minute, dog.
I mean, I'm not doing the story. This is not
She did. You were just you. Supa Dave, I think you a liar, dog.
No, I'm telling you the truth. But let me tell you what happened.
No, like an overall liar, dog. Like
No.
Oh.
We went to her apartment. Little boy. And then she said, "Stay in here." She went in the room, did something. But hold on.
Stop talking.
No, y'all are thinking about something totally
let me
different.
finish. No,
Let
hold
me
on,
get to
dog.
my- let me get
Please.
to what
Oh
my
my
question
God.
was.
You're making my COVID come back, dog.
Oh.
I'm telling you what the point was. The point was she went in the room, she turned the TV on, and she turned the TV on to Sanford and Son for some strange reason. Like I'm sick in the 6th grade. You think I like Sanford and Son?
You got touched when you was little by a lady.
No, I didn't. No,
all I
nothing
hear.
happened.
This feel like the episode of Different Strokes when Arnold and his homeboy, when Arnold and his homie was in the back and they was just eating ice cream with that man.
Oh man, dog.
No, nothing. I'm
Why
just telling you a
watching
simple story.
Sanford and Son with a grown woman, dog? Why didn't she? It's so many parts missing, dog.
Yeah, like dropping you off at home or calling the parents to come pick you up.
I don't remember. I wish we could get my mother on the line because she would probably could tell the story and verify this. I'm telling you, it did happen. Nothing happened with me and the teacher. I'm just telling you. At the end of the day,
we should put you under hypnosis. You probably. You okay, brother? Something you want to reveal on episode 15?
Oh my goodness.
That's why I can't tell you guys nothing.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna change the subject before Dave put himself in some kind of more trouble.
Jesus, Dave, what is happening right now, dog?
Can we talk about Kevin Durant staying in Brooklyn after all this that he went through? He gonna stay in Brooklyn now because really he ain't got no choice, in my opinion.
Well, Dave said it right. I think Kevin Durant and Deshaun Watson been the whole beginnings of I Hate the Homies podcast for the last 15 episodes. But I do remember Supa Dave saying straight up, according to that contract, brother, you're gonna be right here on this bench. You could be sad, you could be mad, you could be whatever, but you could not play, but you will be in a uniform.
I told you guys during that time, just like you said, Grip, the bottom line was you just signed a 4-year deal. And you saw what Minnesota gave up. You gave up to get Rudy Gobert from Utah.
Right.
And that's not a top 10 player. You're talking about a top 3 player in the NBA, Kevin Durant. And if they gave up all that for Gobert back then, you think they would give all that up for? You had to give up that and even more for Kevin Durant. He wasn't going nowhere. It was a big story all summer long, but at the end of the day, he was going to be with the Nets, just like Kyrie Irving. They will start the season as teammates and have to fight through the Eastern Conference to see if they can finally get a title with this basketball team.
Are they going? So let's talk about that. What's their chances?
Oh man, the chances are very high because you still got 2 of the top 10 players on one squad. Now, can they work out their differences? Can they work together? Can they put everything aside and say, you know what? Last year is last year. Let's just play basketball. If they can get on the same page with each other and they let Steve Nash coach the team, okay? And we still don't know what's going to happen with Ben Simmons, but at the same time, with them 2 on one team, they have a chance.
Okay, they got a chance, but it ain't gonna be easy.
A chance over who though? So let's realistically talk about it. Miami
and
Boston.
Them 2, you stop right there.
You still got Milwaukee to deal with.
Not about Milwaukee. That's disrespectful to forget about Milwaukee too.
Show is 2 years ago they the champions.
Right.
There's no way. I like their team, but just like it puts them without Kevin Durant, they're not even in the top 20 as far as being in a conference race or a championship race.
But I'm with
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. now you're in the top 5, top 8 to win a championship. I don't put them as high as number 3 or number 4 to get a championship, because I look at the West too. They got teams you got to deal with to win a championship. So I don't look at them as you put them right at the category if they're going to win the Eastern Conference. They're not going to win the Eastern Conference, because I still like Boston and I still like Milwaukee, who might be back this year. Remember, they got a player hurt last season who didn't play.
And let's not forget about Philly.
Okay, Philadelphia, exactly.
But I like what you said to start though, Rock. You said that it's still Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So if them two decide to do what the world been waiting for, what that owner paid for, I still think they should not be disrespected as far as, you know, Brooklyn ain't gonna do nothing. Like, they're gonna do something.
Nobody said they're not going to do anything, but do you put your faith? If you got a chance to put $100,000 down on them winning the championship, and you just said the 2 names that could possibly win you a championship, you don't believe in them because they don't believe in themselves.
I don't put them in. I don't think they're going to win a championship.
One playoff series. They won 1 playoff series.
Now, I'm with you on that one. They're not going to win no championship, but at the same time, you got to respect them. You can't just.
They could if they want to. They could if they
listen.
If they was locked in like 5 years ago, both of them 5 years ago, if they had that spirit and it wasn't a pandemic and dude didn't miss half the season, like, I'm just saying, they not punks. We don't like them being wishy-washy, but they not punks. And if they really start, the problem is Boston, Milwaukee, Miami are a problem. And they actually don't have no respect for the Brooklyn Nets. So, you know, and they also have depth. I think that's what kills Brooklyn in the end. After we talk about the 2 we talked about, then who else is on the team? Blake Griffin, the
Ben
power
Simmons
forward from San Antonio. Oh, Ben Simmons get to play this year. Now, who's excited to see Ben Simmons play basketball? Like, are you?
No,
yeah.
Right.
Not because like he's a favorite player of mine. I just want to see, can the dude. We ain't seen him play in a few years, so I'm excited to see what version of Ben Simmons is gonna come back. Is it about the same? Is it worse? Is it gonna be better? I'm excited. Hey, I'll buy a ticket to that.
But at the end of the day, when we're talking about the Nets right now, we talk about Kyrie, we can talk about Ben Simmons, but at the end of the day, I think Charles Barkley, who called out Kevin Durant this week, and I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant got in his feelings too. He said he gets mad when we say he's piggybacking on the Warriors to win his first 2 championships. If you go back and look at his career as the best player and being a leader, that all goes with that, he's been an abject failure. Remember, look at that. Huh? That's harsh. I mean, every time he's been like the guy who has to be a leader and the best player, he has not had success. And
Barkley ain't said nothing wrong.
I gotta agree with them. And you know, Kevin Durant is somewhere tweeting because he's all in his feelings because a top-notch superstar is talking about him, even though he's retired and he's an analyst now, but he's talking about Kevin Durant, and I don't think he's wrong about that. Kevin Durant is not a leader. They showed you that even before he came to the Warriors, when they had the Warriors on the ropes.
I just want him to talk some, dog. He don't even talk, dog.
He don't talk, but they had the Warriors on the ropes when he was with Oklahoma.
But he's also somebody you want on your team. You don't have to talk. Get me 31 a game. Talk.
But you got
period.
Yeah.
But there's one thing you must have, and we all been waiting for it, Kevin Durant. A haircut. Like cut your hair, bro.
Maybe that would help the leadership role. Maybe that would.
I just want to learn the story because that's his swag, that's his thing. You know, I don't know what's going on.
Nappy 4th grader look, dog.
But just tell us, just explain their hair. That's all. I mean, it's none of our business. We can care less, but I want to know. I'm just curious.
That is funny, but it always goes back to the hair.
Real question, dog. You too rich, dog. First of all, here, let's skip the too rich because I know broke people that ain't gonna look crazy in the hair on a
man. Just
you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a broke person on EBT cards with no money coming in, who always got drugs, hair gonna be clean, dog.
It looked like his head hurts. Like it's hot. It's throw some alcohol on there or something, man. But
he will not be the person he wants to be until he wins a championship. Not with Steph Curry, not with the Golden State Warriors. He has to win one with the Nets if he wants to get credit. I mean, I can't take anything away from him. He won 2 championships with the Warriors. But who team was that? At the end of the day,
it was Steph's team. Yeah.
Then. So home and grown at Golden State.
Can you imagine how many championships they may have won if all 3 of them would have stayed in Oklahoma?
Man.
Kevin, Russell, and Harden in Oklahoma. And Serge Ibaka. I mean, come on, bro.
They would have won none. First of all,
they would have got at least one. Come on, man.
First of all, that team, location, and division sucks. That's number one. Second of all, no one want to be in Oklahoma City, dog. No offense to anyone in Oklahoma City, but you don't want to be there either. And in closing, the best thing, James Harden didn't even know who he was until he left. Westbrook couldn't be who he was until Durant left. So we wouldn't even be talking. I mean, what didn't Westbrook, and correct me if I'm wrong, didn't the dude get 3 seasons with a triple-double?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able, he wouldn't have been the future Hall of Famer that he is. It was just dope for the people that was in Oklahoma during those years. You got some fresh jerseys that's old.
They got to the NBA Finals.
Yeah,
they lost to LeBron them and the Miami Heat. But I don't think they ever would have won a championship because when you're talking about, you still had Russell who couldn't shoot. He can get you a triple-double, but then you look at Kevin Durant, somebody had to lead that team, and that's what they were missing. And that's why they could never beat the team that they had to beat, which was Golden State, to win a championship. That stopped them.
Boo. Y'all, in the words of the Mighty Sharp Barbershop and Coming to America, y'all must be out of your goddamn mind. Let me tell y'all something. Okay, Griff, I can give you that point. We may have not got the versions of Harden and Russell while they were all 3 together. Okay, I can ride with you on that a little bit. But they were still young, man. They were still developing themselves.
Absolutely.
And they were developing more chemistry. You just said they got to the championship. Like, come on, man. If they would have stayed together another 3 to 4 years, they would have won at least one championship because they was gelling together. They were still, you're right, they were still finding each other. But, bro, you cannot sit up there and tell me that them 3 on the same team as they were gelling, they were still going up, wouldn't have won at least one championship, man. Come on.
Yeah, but you grown, dog, and you think of Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, and those guys, dog. But they was already grown when they was together. Remember, Michael Jordan had some regular random days his first couple years in the season in the NBA. So I'm not saying they could. First of all, I don't believe that Oklahoma would have been able to afford them. Number one, you saw how it just turned. If they was really that good, it would have been better for Oklahoma City, because remember, it's still Oklahoma City. And then I take that back for the people in Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a small market, but so is Milwaukee. So
come on, dog.
Come on. They want to win a championship.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Stick with the 0. Don't be afraid. It's out there. They would have won nothing. They ended up with nothing. Please. And they're going to finish with nothing.
Let's talk about Dr. J, Rock.
Dr. J. Julius Irvin says NBA should not retire Kobe Bryant's numbers league-wide. So pretty much the number 24 and the number 8 should never be retired league-wide. And I agree 100%. No disrespect to Kobe Bryant. None. He's one of the greatest of all time. Well, his legacy is, listen, you ain't even got to talk about that. But before you think about retiring any one of his numbers, you got to retire the number 23 first with Michael Jordan. That's first and foremost. If you're going to retire anybody else's number.
League-wise,
because it's retired in LA. So can't nobody wear it in who's a Laker.
Right.
So but
League-wise.
All
No
the teams.
player in the NBA can ever wear this number. That's what that means. You got to start with Michael Jordan next after Bill Russell, of course. It's my opinion. What y'all think?
I mean, if the fact that they did Bill Russell's, I thought that was amazing. I thought that was beautiful. Because he's the first human being to have his jersey. You know, he's not the logo dude, and he's not one of those old, you know, Larry Bird, or is a black man that got 11 championships total as a coach and a player. And I thought that was such a classy move of the NBA, and they could have did it with Kareem's number. They could have did it with a whole bunch of people, but the fact that they waited and they really, because we can all talk about numbers and this and this and this, but numbers don't lie. 11 championships, to be a player at the time that he was in the NBA, where white folk, in Boston, where white folk didn't like black people. Let's just really keep it real.
Message.
He was the only one that white people liked. So, and then he was in one of the most racist states in our union. And he survived and he thrived, and he was also asked to be coach. So, I mean, Bill Russell and then Michael Jordan, and then that's it. And then
you're gonna get Kobe haters out there because Kobe, people believe in Kobe.
No, we not. I think Kobe is one of the best players that ever played the game. If you had
Jordan, the closest thing to Jordan. He's the closest thing to Jordan. He's not Jordan.
Absolutely.
I agree.
He studied the way his work ethic, the whole Black Mamba thing came from his work ethic, how he played the game, not just going out and getting you 27 and 29 and 40 and 70 when he felt like it, but actually caring. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to the dudes who, and then remember, he came in as a little boy. Like, remember when he had the box?
Yes, sir.
I think with Bill Russell, and I agree with Dr. J, because I think at the end of the day, not just with the championship as a player and a coach with Boston, but also being the civil rights activist, with marching with Dr. Martin Luther King.
It comes with a lot.
Because look at the other leagues that have retired league numbers. Look at Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson.
Robinson, dog.
We don't really watch hockey. Brothers don't really watch hockey, but we know who Wayne Gretzky is.
I'm a hockey fan. Shut your mouth.
Message.
My bad.
I'm a huge hockey. I've been to about 8 Dallas Stars since I've been in, but when the Thrashers was in Atlanta, and then I became a hockey fan in 1990. In April of 90, I was in Germany, and I just moved there, and I was bringing my stuff upstairs to the barracks, and they said you might want to sleep in the living room or in the downstairs because your roommate is something wrong with him. So I was like, okay, I'm 18. I don't want no problems. But then the next day, the couch sucked and it wasn't comfortable. So I went upstairs and I opened the door, and this white dude is pacing back and forth. He's pacing back and forth. And I said, hey, man, my name's Griff. I don't want no problem. Whatever's wrong with you, let it be wrong with you, but I'm sleeping in this bed. And he said, you a sports fan? I said, absolutely. I said, I'm a diehard Raider fan, Raider Nation, blah, blah, blah. He said, my grandfather and my dad and myself are Stars fans. I've been to more Stars games than I can count math. He said, and today I found out the Stars moved to Dallas. He was sick. He was sick. So, and then that same year, EA Sports made the first NHL. So I got hooked on it really quick.
Well, I brought up Wayne Gretzky. The other one is in Major League Baseball, which we all know, which is
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson Day, baby.
Yes, sir.
If the NBA was going to do it to anyone, so we all agree, it would be Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
Michael Jordan
Hands
be
down.
the next player.
And then that's it. I'm with Griff, and then that's it.
Like, that's it. Shut it
I'm
down.
surprised by this. I don't know if you guys knew this. NFL has no one.
And if they had to have one, it'd be football Jesus, Tom Brady.
Thank you. I was going to say, it's easy. It's
number
simple.
12. Number 12.
It's simple. I don't think it was
nothing
nobody
else to talk
before
about.
that.
You know, unlike y'all's team and Detroit and Dallas and how they raise people, the Raiders don't. Al Davis told them players from the 60s, you don't get to keep a number. Bo Jackson number been it ain't just Bo's no more. 70 people done wore number 34. Like that's why Marcus Allen and Al Davis really fell out. Like he was like, don't play me. And then Al was like, you just a running back. I don't care the Pro Bowl. We're not saving your number. Your number ain't special like that. But other teams have, 55 with the Chargers, Sua. I mean, you can name it, but the Raiders ain't. We not a franchise that does that. It sucks. But
Tom Brady would be the only one. We wouldn't
pretty much.
We wouldn't look at Lawrence Taylor. We wouldn't look at Coach. Coach
I
Prime.
mean, Emmitt Smith is the all-time. Emmitt Smith is the all-time rush. Just Tom Brady.
That's it.
No,
just Tom.
No, I disagree with y'all. One more person.
Who?
Look at him. Who? Tony Romo.
Oh.
Number 9 needs to be retired.
Man, don't even respond to that.
Go to the next paper.
We're going to go ahead.
Tony Romo like that?
Let's go ahead and go to yay or nay and get up out of here, bad boy. That's nay.
Go ahead,
I'm going to get the tattoo put on the back of my butt. Tony Romo.
We know.
All right, Deion Primetime Sanders sets a perfect gentleman expectation for all of his players, man, out there at JSU, Jackson State University. Pretty much told him on the first day of school, listen, you ain't wearing no slides. Make sure you shower and be smelling good. Don't be sagging your britches and sagging your pants. Absolutely. And he went down a complete list of what not sit at the front of the class of every classroom that you in. Yes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be, if you represent this football squad, you're going to be an honorable student on campus in every single class. And I agree with him 100%. I love it.
I love the professionalism. I love that here is a Hall of Fame NFL great, a legend, the best of the best, teaching these young boys etiquette. You know what I'm saying? And the bottom line is etiquette. Just because this ain't Michigan or Notre Dame or Georgia, or places where they have to wear ties in, we will act like that. We will be like that. We are that. And what Deion said, what Coach Prime is doing for the HBCUs, the HBCU just signed a big deal for football to be in at least 70% of all televisions in America. My homeboy, Harvey Armstrong, just got a deal to be the voice for one of, like, HBCU, and then I can't tell you nothing, Rock. That's where you live anyway. That's the HBCU pride that Coach Prime has brought attention to is outstanding, dog. It is. These boys been playing good football, and it sucked that we just had to know in 2020. So come on. Praise God to Coach Prime. Long live Deion Sanders.
Absolutely.
I think the biggest part is he's teaching these guys how to become men. Because you look at some of the kids today, and you see them in the streets right now. You got most of these kids with the sagging pants, don't even know what the real meaning of the sagging pants means. You got guys wearing wife beaters. How are you going to get a job doing that? Huh? How are you going to get a job being in the back of the classroom when you need to be in the front learning and being a leader? We just talked about Kevin Durant trying to be a leader. He's teaching these guys, don't be in the back. You can listen to other guys and learn from other guys, but learn how to be a leader. Be the one that people want to trust. They can lead the way. I have no problem with what Deion did. Coach Prime does. He calls himself Cody. You know that, right? Coach of the year.
I love it.
Of the year.
I love it. I love it. And so people,
I know that.
Listen, a lot of people confuse Deion's confidence with arrogance and cockiness. The brother's just confident about himself. He's confident about his game when he played. And he always had, it's like, listen, you're supposed to have that mentality. Like, yo, I'm the best. And until you beat me, I'm the best. And then if you do beat me, I'm still gonna believe that I'm the best. And I love that. I love that confidence, man. And back to the Back to the
Hold on.
HBCUs real fast.
Yeah, I know. Let me say this, and then I want to know, where you live in that HBCU space. But my cousin, I got a lot of family members, but my one cousin went to Florida A&M when Dion
FAMU.
was at Florida State.
Yes,
So
sir.
he was always coming to FAMU, they said, and he was the biggest player in the country, and he would come to basketball games and watch, the Rattlers play, and so he knows that space. Don't get it twisted. That's a brother through and through.
I love it, man. Absolutely. And see, that HBCU classics are getting even more bigger because now there's one in New York. Morehouse is playing Howard September 17th, I believe, in New York. I'll be going to that one. I'm gonna be doing some broadcasting.
Where at?
At MetLife. Come on, man. MetLife Stadium.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna be at that one. And then we're in conversations of taking a new classic to Ghana, out of all places, because Ghana loves our HBCU education and institutions, man.
Wow.
I love it, man. So we're in those conversations. So stay tuned for that. I love it. Prime time for president. Let's go. College football preview. Let's go. Let's go.
I know we're in a 3-minute drill, but we got to do the college football preview.
Let's go right into it right now. Griff, y'all know this. Let's go. College football preview. Let's talk to us.
We're not going to go through every single team. All we want right now, I want the four teams that will be in the BCS playoff, and I want the 2 playing for the championship, and I want the 1 who's going to win it all. Because we're going to mark that down. We're going to replay this later on.
It's still a little early though, man, because I got to do some more homework and research.
I hate this.
People predict. It's not that early. Football season started yesterday. It started on Saturday.
He is right, but let me say who I know going to stay in the top: Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, and Georgia. I don't see anybody Cinderella in any of those teams. Michigan has some. We got some. Playing Ohio State again ain't gonna be fun. And then Michigan State ain't sorry. So Michigan, to me, we lost a lot of people to the draft, but we also gained a lot of people as well. But I'm saying Michigan forever. Look, and who gonna win it all? These boys.
Big Blue, baby. Big Blue. Well, let me say this. I still need time. I still need some research and homework. But I am gonna throw a couple Cinderella potentials out there. Okay. I'm not saying Cinderella, they gonna win the championship. I'm saying Cinderella, they gonna disrupt a lot.
USC,
Texas A&M, USC, and don't be surprised if Texas blow it up for somebody. So those 3 teams are teams to kind of look out for, not winning the championship, but they're gonna shake up some things.
I like what USC is about to do. I love the new coach, the new quarterback. Why you mad, Dave?
That's fine, but I mean, Rock said it's too early to make your predictions. No, it's not. This is the right time to make your predictions, and it's simple. It's going to be Alabama, number 1. Number 2, I'm going with Georgia. They're not going to miss a beat. I go with 3, Ohio State. And I go with 4, Oklahoma.
Y'all don't think
their way in.
Y'all don't think Clemson gonna sneak their way back up?
Dabo was rebuilding, dog. Listen, once they lost,
you had Michigan.
Deshaun Watson.
You had Michigan winning. You had Michigan winning. There's no way I'm putting Michigan up there. There's no way.
I don't care. You picking Oklahoma, who don't have a coach or a quarterback. Grow up, dog. Okay.
Oklahoma.
That's a good point, dog.
Oklahoma will play Clemson. Ohio State will play Alabama.
Texas.
Alabama will beat Clemson again, and Alabama wins their championship. Bryce Young gets his championship and wins another Heisman Trophy. How you like that? Let's make a prediction.
That's easy though, bro.
Get on the ledge. Come on, man.
You're saying something. It's easy to pick Alabama.
No, that's not easy. That's not easy.
That is easy to pick Alabama.
Make a prediction.
The question is, who gonna beat Alabama?
I just told you, nobody.
That's the real question.
Don't give me A&M. Don't give me Texas. Don't give me none of those schools, man.
Texas A&M will beat Alabama.
Nick Saban got one thing on his mind. It ain't no disrespect to the other teams that he got to play until that first week of the January. he he
Beat
hates
A&M.
Georgia so much right now, and
See-
Texas A&M. Texas
Okay,
A&M
then.
ain't sorry.
Texas A&M will beat Alabama. I said
wanna
it. Put it
see
out
what-
there right now.
I want to see what they first 5 games. Like I do want to see what Texas A&M is going to do.
The regular
That's it,
season,
man.
In the regular season, you got them beating Alabama in the regular season.
A&M's gonna beat Alabama in the regular season. Absolutely.
Wow.
Will they win? Will they win?
And I think they play in Tuscaloosa at
they
Alabama.
do. So will A&M finally win a championship? I mean, a conference championship. I don't have them win a championship at all.
I don't have them doing that, but they're gonna beat Alabama.
And
You ain't got nobody doing anything. You ain't made no prediction.
To everybody that's an Aggie fan, it's fine with them.
And let me shout out to FAMU because they played North Carolina over the weekend and played them pretty good. Now, North Carolina kind of in the fourth quarter they stretched the lead a little bit, but they played them boys for 3 strong quarters.
They was missing 12 people.
They were missing 2 of their main starters as well. So I'm telling you, man, a lot of these HBCUs teams, they're still gonna take a couple more years to catch up to the Power 5 conferences, but we on our way. We on our way.
I love it. Let's end it with Lizzo.
This your boy.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
know. That's my homie too. Okay. So Ari Spears, comedian, amazing mimic. That's what he really is. He's a mimic. He can sound like whoever he wants to. He was asked if he thought Lizzo's music was a standout in this day and age, but he immediately pivoted to an insult. Says he can't get over the fact that she looks like the crap emoji, and then the caca emoji, and then continues to say she got a pretty face but a terrible body. Then Aries goes on to say the praise that she and others are getting, people that's fat and unhealthy, is backwards. And he really said, if people really care, they send a different message to these same stars like Lizzo, one that's a bit more health conscious and honest. Was Spears, did he have a good point and just horrible delivery? What you think as a comedian? He can say what he wants. Lizzo be mad. She knows she a bad body, and she is very proud and is all about no more body shaming. But at some point, how about body caring? And I'm sure that's what he meant. I actually, and here, Lizzo, if you're listening, I'm watching her show where she's finding dancers to go on tour with her, and they all giant people too, humongous giant people, and they.
So let me say this, man. Let me jump in real fast.
Yeah, you can do it.
There's no. Listen, God made us. Now we all started off pretty much the same, for the most part. But there's enough room in this world and enough love in this world to have all kinds of shapes. I don't think Lizzo is that obese. Is she hefty? Yes.
I don't think she's that obese either. I don't think I know obese, dog. She's not. She ain't our wives, but I love
that she's embracing her body, and then she's motivating other women that is a little hefty and puffy to embrace their bodies because they're still beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So
I got the misconception is.
So for
you're a Grammy Award winning artist. You travel the whole world. You can get away with it. You can get about 10 girls.
Every woman can't get away with it.
And y'all can get away with it. But you got to stop talking to these chicks who ain't never going on nothing, who only eat snacks, ain't had a vegetable in 6 years. You need to stop telling them that it's okay. I mean, at least say, hey man, I'm about to get I'm starting to walk, you know what I'm saying? I got to be more health conscious, but that's all Aries is saying, I think.
Look, I know, Dave, I know you want to express your thoughts, but let me say this and I'm done. Griff, the reason why she's motivating those women is because she's a testimony. Like if I can fulfill my dream looking like this, you can fulfill your dream the same way, whatever it is. It may be an artist, it may be a teacher, it may be an engineer, whatever it is that these ladies want to be. Don't let your size and your physique make you believe that you can't. I'm gonna leave it at that.
I agree. I got nothing. You absolutely right.
My father always told me, if you ain't got nothing nice to say about somebody, don't say anything at all. And I ain't got nothing to say about this one. I be speaking the truth. You guys said it all. You said it best. I don't want to see it. I think we should all be health conscious. Even Ari Spears, he stick too. I ain't just talking about her. I ain't just talking about Lizzo. We all do. All I want to see is when we go to grocery stores and go to these events like comedy clubs and stuff like that, you got too many women in these not yet outfits. You know what I'm talking about.
What's the not yet?
Inside outfits and they don't have the body for them. It's a not yet outfit. You know that. I'm not wrong. What you laughing at? You seen it. And you probably want to talk about it. Real? Look at me.
So,
listen, hold on. Big girls is winning out here right now in 2022. You understand me? It's a bunch of fine, light-skinned, pretty eyes with dimples, no BBL, no kids. They out here losing to these humongous giant women. So I'm not mad at them. If you ever go to any beach around the country, these women is out here in two pieces like they are 103 pounds, dog. They don't. The self-esteem is so high. That's why you gotta love them. That's
not yet outfits. And don't gas them up. Don't fill them up with gas. Don't gas them up.
And they keep you warm.
Well, it's hot right now. I don't need to be warm.
I hate the homies podcast, man.
Tell a
y'all
friend,
subscribe, download.
Tell a friend, please subscribe. Tell your people, pass it around. If you like it, man, we appreciate the DMs from everybody. Just keep sending it to your people saying, if you got a second, if you got truck driver partners or homegirls, please send it to them. Your doctor friends that need to laugh, because your police partners that's always working hard, let them take a time off for a second, hear some great sports and laugh at some crazy stuff. How about that?
I love it. I love it, man. That's what it is. And don't forget to check me out along with my wife, who you met at the beginning of this episode, on our other podcast, The Perfect Pair Podcast. We talk about everything from sharing our stories of being in love with each other and our goods and the bads on how we handle things, man. So Perfect Pair Podcast, relationship podcast. Go check it out. There it is.
You also met my wife, Lee Nika Fanay, at the beginning of the show from Louisville. We are coming up on 20 months of being married in a couple days.
Congratulations.
So see us somewhere on the gram. Would you like to talk about your wife?
Yeah. Come here. Hurry up. Come here. 14 years. 14 years of love. Nothing but love. She believes in me. Nobody else believes in me.
There it is. Take us out, Ray Duggar.